Hello and welcome once again to another quick shot review for Cheap Shot Entertainment. And this week we are looking at the Stephen King short story, The Monkey. It's co-directed by James Wan and mostly directed by Osgood Perkins. Osgood Perkins obviously burst onto the scene very recently with the excellent Longlegs. Definitely a throwback to Silence of the Lambs, which I really, really enjoyed. It stars Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, and Christian Convery, and it's the story of two brothers, twin brothers, who find their dad's old toy monkey in the attic, followed by a series of gruesome deaths. And if you've seen the trailer, then you will know roughly what happens. The only thing they don't show you is how the deaths happen. The siblings decide to throw the toy away, but years later it comes back with a vengeance as the twins grow apart. They must come together to defeat the evil, of course. Um, so first thing, got to say, again, another old school classic. Not a classic, but another old school film, horror film, that brings in lots of elements of that old school vibe when it comes to horror films, especially like 80s vibes. Um, and that bit of it is excellent. The monkey is very sinister looking. It has a big smile on its face, it starts bashing its cymbals, and then you know something's going to happen subsequently. And it's usually pretty gruesome, actually. Whether that's their mum or their babysitter or whatever. Yes, it's not great for those people, but it also has all features Elijah Wood as Ted, and Osgood Perkins makes a an appearance in this, which is cool, as Uncle Chip. Um, so yeah, thoughts on the monkey. Well, first of all, Osgood Perkins is always going to be a good choice for something like this. It's going to be excellent. It's advised that it is a rated R, which means that it's strong, bloody, violent content with gore, and the gore is good. The gore is good. Um, oh no, it's not cymbals actually. It's a drum. So yeah, and apparently the decision to have the monkey bang a drum instead of cymbals was due to the rights to the cymbal banging version being owned by Walt Disney, as the toy had appeared as a character in Toy Story 3. Okay, so yeah, cool. So there you go. There's your little bit of trivia for this one. And every time the monkey bangs the drum, someone dies, and it's usually in a very horrific kind of way. And it's incredibly entertaining. The trailer made it didn't do it justice. Made it look like a generic horror movie, and in fact, this is definitely not. It has a silly premise. It knows not to take itself too seriously, but ultimately, it's good. It's entertaining. It starts off really well. Some really shocking deaths, first deaths, and it sort of builds up to this curiosity of how things are going to pan out going through the film. It's also quite funny in places as well, as you can see, like things being set up a bit like Final Destination, but again, it's a bit silly, and I quite like that in a horror movie. I don't like my horror movies to be too serious. unless they are about the devil or whatever. But yeah, with something like this, it's a drum banging monkey. You don't want it to be taken too seriously at all. And yeah, it's just a case of, if you like films like Final Destination, if you like demonic toys like Chucky and Megan, then you're probably going to enjoy this one. Um, I probably won't go. I probably won't see it again. I very rarely watch the films I watch in the cinema again. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this to any horror fan. Um, there's the only thing that I would say here, the downfall, is that there's no real tension in what is happening. They very willingly try, but it doesn't quite come off as that tension. And yeah, I think you know funniness can be balanced with that tension. It can be balanced with the gore, and even though you spend your life, like you spend the whole time laughing at some of the things that are happening, it also makes you want to go, ooh. So, yeah, would I recommend The Monkey? Yeah, absolutely. It's well worth a go. Budget was 10 million, so it's not anywhere near a big budget movie. It grossed 37 million, nearly 38 in US and Canada, and 60, nearly 61 worldwide. So it made its money back. And that's exactly what you want, really, isn't it? That's exactly what you want. Um, so we are going to move on to our next film, which will be Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson 17 times. I know some people will absolutely love that. I did actually like this film, but we'll get on to that next week. Until then, film fans, goodbye.
Hiya.